Good morning, everyone. Tony Johnson. I think the job title is fairly self-explanatory, but I'm responsible for the international IT group at 20th Century Fox. We support and partner with all of our business units across Europe, Asia Pacific, and Latin America, basically everywhere outside of North America.
You don't get to help the Americans?
We do.
There's no help for the Americans?
You know, every now and again we help those guys, yeah.
Great, thank you, Tony.
Morning, everybody. I'm Paul Saunders. I'm the Chief Technology Officer and Director of IT for the University of Dundee in sunny Dundee, Scotland.
I'm Roland Dana. I'm the lead for digital transformation, Reuters Coding DSV, one of the bigger engineering companies in the world.
So when you go to start a new project, that's I presume, a very easy experience. You just you forklift in a data center and away you go.
Yeah, well, in the past, no. We would pick an office, we would set up the IT, it'll take about 6 months to get everything finished, set up the new business, blah, 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 blah. No, now we just go in, pick the right office so that you have a good connection with the internet, we're linked to Box, all ready to go.
So Tony, entertainment, probably the industry at the forefront of digital transformation. I think we all might think of construction as being at the other end of the spectrum. How are you guys dealing with all this? Why are you bothering? I mean, why can't we just do things the old way?
When I joined Fox about 7 years ago now, it was still the era of 35 mil. You go to
Actual
a movie
film.
theater and
It was before Kodak went bankrupt.
exactly. That has completely changed. You know, the projectors that in every movie theater across the world they now have a hard drive in them. They're basically a PC. Same with the TV distribution business. You know, it was 100% tape-based distribution model, and now 95% of our customers take a file, and the opportunities that brings in terms of efficiency and greater collaboration with our customers are awesome. The mistake is to assume that is somehow a simpler world to live in. You know, the physical business had evolved over many, many years and was a very, very kind of streamlined operation. Digital is not as simple as it might seem on the surface.
Paul, you guys were the first university in the United Kingdom to adopt Office 365, is that right?
Yes, we were. Yep. And also the first to adopt Box.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Why would you ever do that? OneDrive came for free with Office 365. Isn't that good enough?
No. Was that clear enough? No, it's not. So I think it's interesting that the presentations earlier talked about the fact that we've got to get ready for digital transformation. We've got to lead digital transformation. The challenge, particularly at a university, is digital transformation was already happening. IT just wasn't a part of it.
Yeah.
So our customers are researchers, and they're students, and they're lecturers, and they're used to doing groundbreaking things. And these researchers don't get up in the morning and say, I want to do something innovative, I want to do it fast, I want to do it cheap, I don't want to have an excellent customer service, let me go to IT. That's just not the experience.
Not the first thing that jumps to mind?
If people are using tools in their private lives, in the consumer life, that's really easy to use, does the job they want to do, you can't give them something that doesn't do that. And we found with Office 365 that OneDrive has got great capabilities, but it doesn't compete at the level of the other stuff. And I think it was the Forrester report that Aaron showed that sort of thing. We need to give people stuff that's as good, if not better, than what they can get at home.
Yeah. And you made an interesting comment earlier. You noted that one of your competitors has got a whole bunch of content strewn across a whole bunch of systems.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys have got a sort of different vision.
Exactly.
Can you talk a little bit about
that?
that?
Well, the brilliant thing that Box has helped us with is it's helping us make that real step to transforming. And we've limited the amount of systems to two. We have a site on the one hand for the high-end engineering projects, and we have Box for the majority, about maybe 10,000 projects in total. So we've gone completely to the cloud. I think we have about 100 terabytes of project data in the cloud currently.
The thing I would add to what Roland's just said is, the opportunities and the challenges that I mentioned a minute ago. We need the IT group to be focused on partnering with our organization to realize those opportunities. And so I need to shift my team sort of out of the business of managing traditional core IT and into the business.
You add value by running data centers?
Not anymore. I think there are people that can do that far better than I can. So The team is focused on moving up the value chain, and Box is helping us achieve that by taking that away from us, and you know, we don't need to be managing those those servers across the multiple locations that we support. And I think that the other piece to that is the security element. Our industry was shaken up incredibly by what happened at Sony Pictures about 18 months ago, and that really made everybody realize it was a game changer. And you know, every single server that we have out there in whether it's from Taipei to Zurich to wherever, is a potential risk for us. So removing that risk is an important task that we have. We're getting out of the business of supporting our own infrastructure in Europe, and to do that, we need to be able to leverage Box to take that content, you know, out of territory. So the ability to, you know, in certain territories where we have a regulatory challenge around the storage of that data, to be able to ensure that is remaining in region is a huge win for us.
That's great. Well, I think you all three alluded to something that we've really come to believe, which is in some ways the technology is the easy part. The change management, the human beings, the behavior patterns is the hard part. And as we think about digitizing our enterprises, we really have to get the people on board, right? Whether it's the business or our own IT colleagues have been doing the same thing for a long time. The best products in the world, the best technology in the world won't succeed unless we get the humans to get excited about it and support it. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate your taking the time. And I hope you'll have the opportunity to meet some of these great people in the audience and share some more of your thoughts over the course of the day.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dan.
Good night.